Legend of Total War here with part 32 of my Empire Total War Blitz Campaign as Great Britain. So we've arrived here at Ceylon, or however it's fucking pronounced. We're using the movement bug as much as possible. These two ships have run out of movement, but this one... Oh, God damn it, fucking thing. This one's still got full movement, this one's still got about 3/4 left. So we might be able to get to Cuttack, but I doubt we'll be able to get to Kolkata. Anyway, that's fine. Now, we've got a unit in here that I had from here, transferred him onto the boat. Now, he's got only the smallest sliver of movement left. I think it's this guy here. Smallest amount of movement. Now, here's the thing. I don't want him to get off the boat. I want him to stay right there. Because if we land with him with that much movement, these guys are not going to lose much movement at all. However, we can't just attack this without these guys getting off the boat. So I've been trying to think of what's the best way to fucking go about this. Now, they've got Ceylon Lancers, and then the rest is just garbage. Now, here's the thing. If we just sent in a couple of generals, like the person that we send over here, they can't get back. And we can't... excuse me. There's no point wasting someone's movement to try to send them over here by a movement bug. So it's not a great situation with this in regard to movement, especially since this is the first battle for these guys this turn. So we really got to keep the movement at a minimum. So what we're going to do here is we're going to send him into siege. Now that you notice that these guys didn't show up because they're too far away. So what then we're going to do is take you, and you. So 3 generals. 3 additional generals, whatever. And they're going to stand right here, where they can reinforce. Oh, motherfucker. A little bit closer then. Okay. And we're going to fight the battle like this. So no artillery, no infantry, no nothing. I'm going to find a way to isolate and kill him. And then we should be able to handle the rest of them. Possibly. So this is my first attempt of it. I didn't want to send any other units because the thing is, movement points matter. Now, we can't auto-resolve win this battle without sending more generals, and I just didn't want to do that. Now, if some of these generals die, it's not the end of the world. Especially if it's you. In fact, yeah, that's the only one I'm willing to accept their death. Now, we've still got 90,000 in the bank, so I can certainly afford to hire new generals, but let's keep in mind, these guys here are currently about as far east as you can get. In this turn, they need to get as far west as possible as well. In Europe, they need to get to Morocco this turn. You can't really get someone to go any further than that. And then after that, they need to go to Russia. That's after they've taken Morocco. So yeah, they've got a lot to do. So let's try not to waste our movements. Well, that's a good way to ensure I'm not going to attack their cavalry. We should be able to isolate them somehow. Excuse me. I just had lunch and then, like... You know that moment where you drink some water, but you drink it too fast? I'm always eating and drinking too fast, and like a tiny little sliver goes down the wrong hole, and then you're coughing for the next half an hour. People have always been telling me my whole life, slow down, you don't need to eat that fast. I'm like, fuck you, I'll eat as fast as I fucking want. It's probably gonna get me killed one day though. Alright, so are you gonna stand there or what? Bloody hell. Sorry about that. Fuck. Maybe I should have just started the video again. Ah, fuck yous. So I've gone at him at as close of an angle as possible without trying to touch that too much. Someone's probably going to hit it. Shot at him, but I want him dead. And I don't want you to pursue him. Ah, I was hoping to kill him and he didn't die. But we didn't really lose much on it. Let's have a look. 2, none, 1, 1. So that's 4 men on that. Sorry if this shit annoys you, but like I said, I've got something stuck in my throat or something. It'll pass. It's just like water. It's more like an irritation more than anything else. Of course, my job depends on me fucking talking for 12 hours a day. Right, now if we charge into all of them right like this, it's not going to work. Not unless they're exhausted. So we've got to try and get them to move around a lot. Or isolate them like that. Like these guys here. If you could horse sandwich them, that'd be awesome. Right, you go in. So they're already shaken, so that's good to see. General fled recently. So that's good. Don't go too close to that. I can't go near those. Yeah, you guys were brilliant there. You ran into the wrong thing. Hang on, you might want to get back before they shoot you. Holy fuck. They routed at full numbers. Now guys, this is on the hardest difficulty, I promise you. In fact, directly after this battle, I'll show you. It is still on the hard. What the fuck? I'm getting in on this. Get in on it. What the absolute fuck? I didn't need to bring as many generals as I did. I promise you it's on the hardest difficulty. I did not expect that. Shit. I think the Blitz gods are smiling down at me and they just went, he's trying real hard. Let him have this one. Boom. Battle difficulty, hardest setting. It's been on that the entire campaign. Of course, pretty much any battle. I mean, any battle that which I'm just using the artillery, it really makes no difference whether I'm on easy or very hard or not, because there's, yeah, no real difference. The only difference is the level at which they route it. Could also be the fact that they're rebels. This guy can make it back. They'll make it back. Off you go. How much movement do you have left? Yeah, this, you know, a bit. Still be able to use them a little bit. Huh. Well, I'm a little bit at a loss for words as to how easy that was. I didn't even kill the enemy general, he just fled. Well then, I guess next stop, Katak. I mean, if I can get to this port, I will, but I just don't think I'm going to make it there. It doesn't matter either way. It's just that if I do go to the port there, I can preserve a bit more of their movement. But then again, we've got a detour down here, so it might actually be best just to land there. We can't see the balance of or how many units they've got there, but I don't think it's going to be very strong. Anyway, I'll pause the recording as I make my way over there. Alright, so I've gotten as far as I can with these three having run out. So when you've only got one unit left to use the movement bug in, there's no point using the movement bug, because I'll just leave them behind. I'll actually go faster without the movement bug. There's no hope of getting to Calcutta. We're just out of reach, but that's fine. We'll still go to Katak over here. So let's take them out of the this thing, and let's make our way over here. Now, it will, of course, because we're disembarking not into a port, it will use up all of the movement points until one unit has none left. And luckily, we've got a unit in here that's got pretty much no movement points, and so everyone else maintains all their movement points. It's actually the first movement bug I discovered. Good, that's still plenty of movement points. Now, this here is fucking nothing. So why don't we get them to just surrender? So I'm going to quick save it there so we do this properly. This guy's got a few movement points left. Bring it over here. This ship needs to get out of my way. I don't need it anymore. I could disband it, but it doesn't make any difference. Okay, now he's out of movement. That's okay. Okay then. There are what looks like 4 units in there. So we'll use... And we don't need John Churchill for this. Let's see. Pick you. Pick the pikes and the militia. So that's 5. And let me just quick save it first. Okay, so no good. We're going to need another unit. Now, in case you're wondering, you can't just send another unit in there and ask for the surrender again. Once you've asked for the surrender, you need to essentially lay siege again. Hence why the quick load. Alright, so all of these plus a unit of line infantry. There we go. Good, minimal movement used up. Then we're on our way to Calcutta. I'm sure there'll be a fight there. So I'll pause the recording until I waddle my way up to there, and then we've got a bit of a trek back. So we're hitting there. And yeah, fuck me. This walk across here, that's gonna be a pain. But you know, there's some guys out here that might be able to assist a little bit. That's why I didn't disband them. When we get to here, these guys might be able to help a little bit as well. The guys here will be able to get up on the ships. Can afford to put him on there. And he can come up there as well. Let me just quick save that. Why the fuck do you decide to go even further for? Whatever, doesn't matter. So yeah, they'll meet up with all this stuff. Oh, there's a ship there. I guess we can use that to help us get across. We really should have plenty of ships to get all the way around. Anyway, like I said, I'll pause the recording so that I can get to Calcutta. Alright, so here we are at Calcutta, and there are no troops, or no proper troops defending it, which means I'm going to demand that they surrender. So what I need to do here is just take out every single unit here that has no movement, and just say, fuckheads, oh hang on, other way around, take them out, put them there, so just wait for me there, bitch. Now what I've discovered is that in this particular instance, because we take up absolutely no movement, none of my units here will take a bit of movement at all by making the surrender and then getting back in there. Not one bit of movement is lost. So that is what you can only describe as a perfect situation right there. Not only do we not have to get bogged down on a half-hour to an hour fight, but no movement's lost, so we can keep, well, apart from, you know, what it took to get there. Now we can keep moving on to not Hyderabad, what's it, Hindustan. Allahabad. Alright, up in northern India. We've nearly taken the entire subcontinent for ourselves. Of course, keeping in mind, some of it is owned by the 13 colonies, but that's as good as ours anyway, as soon as we take Quebec, which we'll do at the end of the turn. Or at the point at which I run out of money. Now don't forget, when we reach their last settlement, we'll demand that they sign a peace treaty. We'll take every last fucking coin that they've got, and then immediately break the peace treaty, because no one gives a shit in this. Alright then, so these guys are in the way as well, but since the Mughal Empire will be destroyed this turn, I wouldn't even bother with, it's just fucking pikemen anyway. The garrison should be able to handle them, if that was the case. So just bypass them, enter their zone of control and disappear, go around them, over this way. There's some units there. I don't know if I'd bother with it. This is their capital, there's no way in hell we're going to be able to demand their surrender. It's probably going to keep moving their capital on to Lahore, and then to whatever. Fuck off. Anyway, I'll pause the recording as I get my way over there. Alright, so we've made our way to Allahabad in Hindustan with our army here. I had to hire one general to get them there. I left these guys behind because you can get one extra movement once they've run out. And I've got these guys here. Now, lots of them actually still have movement, because I've been using the movement bug with them. One or two of them don't have any movement. Okay, so what I did was, all the generals that were hanging around here, I united them all, dragged them all together, and what they're going to do is, after we've done this battle here, they're going to meet somewhere around here, and all the generals here will fit into this army so that we can keep going, so I don't have to actually purchase more generals. So there should be about 7 or 8 of them that'll fit into this army. I've merged this unit into the other ones. That's all the line infantry that we've lost so far in this entire campaign. I haven't replenished them once. The only thing I've replenished, come to think of it, was this unit, which is, why did I even bother? It doesn't matter. I get my money back, what's the point? There's not going to be a turn 4. Anyway, to time to make this battle happen. Alright, so we're going to use you. You don't have much movement left. And might as well... do we really need the cannon for this? Because it's a forted settlement. No, I don't think we need the stationary cannon. Best just use this one. Alright, so you... And you'll need to bring in an infantry unit. You. Alright then. So, it's a pretty fucking large garrison. I mean, this is their capital. What are these? Camel gunners. Yeah, whatever. So I don't expect this to be particularly an easy fight. I don't expect it to be a particularly hard fight either. Most of the fighters are, of course, just garbage. We just need to do whatever we can. Might have actually been a good idea to bring some of those generals to use them as suicide troops. In hindsight. I'll use this general here as a suicide troop because he's out of movement. But if he dies in this battle, he dies on the campaign map. But like I said, it doesn't matter at this point. Wherever I put these guys, it doesn't matter. Just stay there. Big fucking army right there. I reckon if I set my cannons... Let me see. If I set my cannons here, they might be able to shoot over the wall and into this humongous blob here. God, I wish I had some mortars. But this is a blitz. We can't wait around 50 turns or whatever to get mortars. Alright, well I might as well pause the recording because it's going to take us a while before this gets organised. Okay, so it's been a bit of a long one so far. I wouldn't say that we're at the back end of the battle. You can still see there's still quite a lot of them. I've really not lost very many men, and it's only been in the General's bodyguard. That one. Now, we've got a bit of a situation happening here where I was positioned right here, shooting them, and you can see there's casualties around the place, and they broke, because we killed their general quite early. I was sitting up here, round shot over the wall. He was the first one dead, so that was good. And subsequently we wiped out quite a lot of them right there. You can see there's a lot of dead bodies. Anyway, at some point that got destroyed and then a unit went spastic, then we had to change our approach. So I moved in closer, started using canister shot through there, but then I couldn't hit anymore, so I decided to move over this way. And the moment I packed these guys up and started moving them, these guys decided now's the time to attack, which is actually right, because I don't want these guys to get fucking hurt. Now, I've realized this unit here has no movement points left. I merged them specifically, so, you know, whatever. So what I can do here is if I take exactly 31 casualties amongst these other guys here, they'll merge into them and this unit will just disappear, which is fine, I don't need it anymore. So, I've also got this guy here who's going to come and help. The general's dead, it shouldn't take long to break them. Here we go. No, it's supposed to. You get in there as well. It's 3 battalions here. Gotta get a route going. It's gotta be now. Come on, move it. No, everyone stop shooting. Now's not the time for that. Taking a few casualties. You know, even if I lose more than 31, it's okay. Okay, we've routed them all. Alright. Now that means there's only 5 battalions left, so we're doing pretty well, I think. They're all shattered now. Where do you go? Oh, okay, you can come back over here. I should be able to merge them into this. Should be fine. Here comes wave number 2. There's always a wave number 2, isn't it? That's okay, this could be a good thing. You know what? I might as well get them to fucking put on their bayonets. If there was ever a battle in which we need to get our line infantry into combat, this is actually the battle. I don't want him to die. It's okay if he does, I just saying I don't want him to. Ooh, we took a back end of that charge, but it's okay. Okay, now we've certainly lost more than what these guys will be able to contribute, but that's okay. John Churchill, by the way, has got a surgeon. Let's see if any of these fucking guys get recovered. I think it's bullshit. Alright, now they've only got 3 battalions left. Alright, let's reform. Of course, only the militia have any guns left, but that's fine. The thing is, you might be thinking, why didn't you just get into a firefight with them? They've got no guns. Yeah, we weren't in position to do that. And not to mention, guns do fuck all in this. And by guns, I don't mean artillery. I mean, you know, muskets. Muskets are shit. Alright. You deploy. It would be good if, you know, 10% of them recovered. But since I need to leave them behind anyway, it's fine. Ah, damn it, I thought we'd be in range. Okay, we need to get a bit closer. So he's taken 24 casualties, there's 28, and yeah, it's pretty close. Like, it's not really going to affect me that much, or really at all. It's fine. This one's probably going to be one of the more important battles. Like I said, shit. Fuck. Okay, hang on. Get back. They're not ready for this. You get back in there. Shit. Like I've said, these battles, I mean, these troops are specifically for forts. That's why I've saved them up. So, because I know that this is what happens during fort battles. It's okay, we broke them pretty easily that time. We didn't lose many men. It's like 2 men, it's fine. Oh, so now they've got 3 left. That was one I didn't count on before. Shit, do not shoot. Alright, now you can shoot. Good, they're getting killed. 2 firelocked armed populace. Wait, hang on. 3 firelocked armed populace. Alright, hang on, you can shoot this as well. You're in range. Good stuff. So, just slowly kill them off. Wait, they lost 1 man, not 2. Look, they're all running, even though they're inside the fort. They've just about had enough. Overall, I'd say the battle went meh. Just because of that last little bit there where they rushed at me. But it did help speed up the battle a hell of a lot, so I gotta be grateful for that at least. Would you just fuck off? At least you didn't die either. Not that I need you. Actually, I will need you if we're gonna merge him. Because they're mainly 2 units without any movement left. By normal standards, a great victory, but by glitching standards, mediocre. Alright, so what settlement has become the new... Was that Persia? How the fuck did Persia get a hold of that? Surely this is their new capital. I thought that was part of the Mughal Empire. Well, that just means we'll get getting a peace treaty when we get to them there. Alright, so let's have a look here. Surgeon, 10% to recovery chance of battle casualties. Not one fucking man recovered. Not one. Now, I know he wasn't technically commanding the battle, but that's horseshit. Not one of these guys recovered either. Well, whatever. I don't give a shit. Like I said, let me just quick save it. These guys are going to be merged because you can see they've got no movement. Oh, this guy's still got some. So we'll use up his movement first because we need to have someone that has no movement. Or else the movement bug doesn't work. Good, he's got no movement left. There we go. So basically, yeah, that's not too bad. We've only got 3 battalions of line infantry. So we lost 41 line infantry and some of this general who can't leave behind just yet because we need someone with no movement. Now these guys here. So let me just see. 7 empty spots available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it's going to take one of them to get there. Alright then, so we'll have a full stack, you know, for free. So that worked out very nicely there. And then we'll continue going out that way. So I'm just going to pause it until we get to Lahore. Okay, so we've made it all the way to Lahore over here, in Punjab. And it's time to get a peace treaty. Now, I've already checked to see what the most amount of money I can get out of them would be. Request peace, military access. Don't forget, guys, we bankrupted these guys at the end of last turn. So every coin that, bankrupted them completely. They were down to 0. Every coin that they got is how much money they made during the end turn. So this is to give you an example of just how much money the AI makes on the end turn. Now, I don't know if 36 is the top amount. I know it's 9,300 they won't accept, but this will make it a nice tidy sum in my treasury there. So they made 9,200 over the end turn. Don't you think that's a bit of bullshit? But whatever. It's not like they were a strong nation. Then again, I had destroyed their armies. Well, whatever. Alright, so do they have any trade partners? Nope. They're allied to Persia. How the... Persia, they must have given them that region. Whatever, I don't care. Alright, so what we're going to do here, grab... I think we can use John Churchill for this. Yeah, declare war, of course. Their allies are Sweden and Persia, who we're at war with anyway. There's nothing particularly interesting here. Their only unit in there was a pikeman unit. Probably interesting to see if, as Great Britain, if you just disband all of your armies and put everything on the highest tax rate, this is like straight away, if you'd make 10,000 a turn. Then again, maybe they actually sold Lahore, not Lahore, that other settlement to Persia for a certain amount of money. Because I didn't get any money out of Persia. Maybe Persia bought it off them. Who knows? I guess we'll find out when we get there and see if it's damaged or not. Yeah, I gotta admit, don't like the spot here. This, when they get close, it's gonna bounce off of that. If this line would just be a little bit closer, like I'd like to position here. My reinforcements are likely to pop up around here. Maybe I'll sort it out here then. Showing up from here, that's fine as well. Alright, I don't expect this to be a particularly interesting fight, so I'm just going to get organized Also, you notice that I merged those two forces, so I was able to get here on the generals that I had left behind last turn. So I told you there was some use for them if you leave them in strategic positions. So yeah, I'll pause the recording until something interesting does happen. Okay, so what I've got right here is a really odd occurrence. Now, while you're looking at this right now, you might think, oh, what's so weird about this? But this is an example of how sometimes taking a bit of a risk can really pay off. Now, I've paused it at the right moment here, so you can't actually tell what's going on. But the whole fucking army is routing. And they all routed at the same time. Do you know how? Because basically a couple of units started routing, and the rest of them just fucking chucked the shits. Now, there might be another unit around here somewhere. Yeah, there is. Oh shit, I should probably send someone to run them down. Oh fuck. You should stop. But yeah, this battle's going really well. I didn't expect like such a big massive rout. I mean, we killed the general very early on in this fight. It's too late. Still, I should send someone to go get them. Yeah, really. Only the shattered ones are going. But this battle's happening very quickly. Like, I don't think it's really been that much long into it, and just you know, a few canister shots can really do a lot of damage. Come on, I just need you to go over there and get their attention without getting shot by my own artillery, if you don't mind. Because these guys, they'll hang on, stay near those areas. You just need to go near them and they'll move. Motherfucker, they're actually shooting me. There we go, he's moving. That's all we wanted. If the general didn't die, then I don't give a shit. You're fucking going in this long formation for, you idiot. I'll tell you to do that. Okay, probably should concentrate on this. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. This is not good. They came too close. Although, since they're wavering, what are you? Yeah, just whatever. Just go kill them. Hey, you, if you can, come around the back. Looks like we're gonna get a mass rout again. No, you stop. Did they shoot? Yeah, they did. That's alright. So this time break them if you wouldn't mind. I mean shatter them. That's it. That's all we need to do. Get them shattered. John Churchill's actually the one doing it, I think. It's all good. Alright. Get back over here. Their last unit's on their way. Canister shot his ass. You guys there, do not shoot. Not when we've got guys out in the field there. Did they just break? Oh, good stuff. Very easy fight. We're having quite a few easy ones. Where the enemy's just breaking very easily. Good, that eliminates the Mughal Empire. And we bankrupted them before then as well. We're almost at 100,000 here. See if I can get to it. Wrong person. Looking at the Persians now. They've got 3 regions. If we want to get a peace treaty with them, we have to get to Azerbaijan. So, I mean, I doubt there's much here. I don't know how they managed to get it. Let's see if we can... There's no way they started off with it, right? I can't even remember. I'm pretty sure that's a Mughal territory to begin with. Alright, whatever the case is, I think that's the end of this episode. I can't remember how long it's gone for. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that's the end of this one. So like and subscribe. Part 33, I think, is next. And don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.